I remember the day I finally bought it. It was a designer leather belt, $500. At the time, that was half my rent, but I didn't care. I stood in front of the mirror looking at that shiny gold logo. I thought, this is it. People are going to see this and they're going to know I'm successful. But then I went to the grocery store. I stood in the checkout line, waiting for someone to notice. Nobody looked. Not a single person. I walked back to my car, clutching my bag of generic brand cereal, and it hit me. I was still the same guy. I was just $500 poorer and still stressed about my car payment. That's when I realized the luxury industry isn't selling quality anymore. They aren't selling craft. They are selling a high-priced ticket to a club that doesn't actually exist. Today, we're breaking down the premium scam and how the middle class was tricked into funding the world's biggest illusion. Go back 20, maybe 30 years. Luxury meant something very specific. It meant a watch that took a year to build by hand. It meant a suit tailored specifically to your body. Back then, luxury was for old money. It was quiet. It was durable. It was exclusive because it was actually difficult to make. But then, everything changed. The digital age arrived, and with it, a new kind of masstige, mass market prestige. Suddenly, you didn't have to be a billionaire to own a luxury item. You just needed a credit card and a willingness to ignore your savings account. In 2026, we live in a world of Veblen Goods. In normal economics, when the price of something goes up, people buy less of it, right? That makes sense. But with a Veblen good, the opposite happens. When the price goes up, people want it more. Think about your morning coffee. You could get a perfectly good cup for $2, but you'll wait in a 15-minute line to pay $7 for one with a specific green logo. Why? Because in the digital age, we don't buy things for what they do, we buy them for what they say about us on an Instagram story. The premium label has become a tax on our desire to feel seen, and the companies running the show, they know exactly how to collect it. Meet our specific enemy, the Masstige marketing machine. Specifically, the massive conglomerates like LVMH. These aren't just brands, they are cold, calculated machines that own everything from your perfume to your champagne to your luggage. They realized something brilliant and terrifying. There aren't enough billionaires in the world to keep their stock price going up forever. To grow, they needed the middle class. They needed you. So, they started a two-step process. Step 1, make the real luxury so expensive it's impossible to reach. Step 2, create the entry-level luxury. Belts, keychains, and t-shirts that cost $300 but only cost $5 to make. This is where the stress starts. You feel like you're running on a treadmill. You buy the shoes, you feel good for a week. Then the algorithm shows you a new drop. Now your shoes are last season. Now you feel behind again. It's a weight that never goes away. You're working 40, 50, 60 hours a week just to maintain a look. You're trading the most valuable thing you have, your time, for a canvas bag with a dead man's name printed on it. Does that feel like winning to you? Because to the conglomerates, it looks like a subscription model. They've turned your self-esteem into a recurring monthly revenue stream. To understand why we fall for this, we have to look at the golden carrot. Imagine a person on a treadmill. This is the middle class. Hanging in front of his face is a shiny 24-karat gold. The carrot represents the dream. If I just get the bag, I'll be respected. If I just get the car, I'll be successful. But here's the trick. The treadmill is connected to the carrot. The harder you run to catch it, the faster the treadmill spins. And just as your fingers brush against that gold surface, the mechanical arm swaps it for a platinum carat. This isn't just a metaphor. It's how premium branding works. They need you to never actually catch the carrot, because once you're satisfied, you stop spending. This is why quality is the first thing to go. In a true luxury world, a bag should last 30 years. But if a bag lasts 30 years, you won't buy a new one next year. So, the premium scam uses cheaper leather, cheaper zippers, and synthetic fabrics. They focus all the budget on the marketing and the logo. They aren't selling you a product that lasts. They are selling you a feeling that expires in 6 months. Think about it like this. If you buy a $5,000 watch because you love the engineering, that's an appreciation of craft. But if you buy it because you want the guy in the next car over to think you're rich, you haven't bought a watch. You've bought a very expensive, very heavy piece of social armor. And the thing about armor is, it's really hard to move forward when you're carrying that much weight. If you're feeling a little called out right now, take a breath. It is not your fault. You are living in the most sophisticated psychological trap ever designed. Thousands of the smartest people on Earth, data scientists, psychologists, and world-class designers spend every waking hour figuring out how to make you feel incomplete without their product. The system was designed this way. It was built to harvest your natural human desire for status and community. But here is the good news. Understanding the mechanism is 50% of the victory. Once you see the golden carrot for what it is, a piece of plastic, spray-painted gold, it loses its power over you. You don't have to hustle harder to buy more things. You can just step off the treadmill. The treadmill only works if you keep running. The second you stop and walk away, the conglomerate loses. You keep your money, you keep your time, and most importantly, you keep your peace of mind. You don't need to look rich to be wealthy. In fact, most of the people who are actually wealthy are desperately trying to look like they aren't. So, how do we actually break the cycle in 2026? I have a 3-step rule for you. It's low friction and it works. Step 1. The 24-hour no digital rule. Before you buy any premium item over $100, you have to wait 24 hours without looking at a single ad or social media post about it. Close the tabs, put down the phone. If you still want it the next day when the dopamine hit has faded, maybe it's worth it. Quickly, usually it isn't. Step 2. The no logo test. Ask yourself, if this item was exactly the same quality but had absolutely zero branding on it, no logo, no signature pattern, nothing, would I still pay this price? If the answer is no, then you aren't buying a product, you're buying a billboard, and you shouldn't have to pay to be someone else's advertisement. Step 3. Focus on invisible wealth. Redirect that premium money into things nobody can see. Your emergency fund, your health, a skill that makes you irreplaceable. These things don't give you a status hit at a party, but they give you something much better. They give you the power to say no to a job you hate or a life you don't want. That is the ultimate luxury. Now, I want to leave you with a checkmate question. I want you to be honest with yourself in the comments. If you bought that luxury item you've been eyeing, but you weren't allowed to tell a single soul or post a single photo of it, would you still want it? Think about that. Really think about it. Because if the answer is no, you're not treating yourself. You're just paying for a performance. Here is the one thing I want you to remember from today. True status isn't what you wear. It's what you don't have to prove. The premium scam relies on your insecurity. When you become secure in who you are and what you've built, the logos start to look a lot less like crowns and a lot more like chains. We're all just people trying to navigate a world that wants our last dollar. But you don't have to play their game. If you found this helpful, join our community. We don't care about hitting the bell. We care about building a group of people who are smarter than the systems trying to broke them. Because this is just the beginning. Next week, we're going even deeper into the illusion of value. We're looking at an industry that convinced the entire world that a common rock was the ultimate symbol of love. Yeah, we're talking about the diamond scam. I'll see you in the next one.